Good morning. It's Good News Friday. First, I have a great story about 4 Swedish women. They went to IKEA, then they went to the restaurant to have lunch. And there's a rule: you can't sit at the same table. These 4 women ignored this. They sat down together. A staff member came over to tell them that they couldn't, and these 4 women ignored this. They remained seated. Then there was a customer who complained about the women. Not to the women, but to the staff. And these 4 women just ignored it. Then after a while, something interesting happened. They started to get in contact with other people, other guests, sitting at other tables. And they were admired for what they did. See, these customers said, "No, good job being disobedient. This is such a stupid rule." Yeah. So these 4 women were, all of a sudden, they were the cool ones. You see? Yeah. You know what is remarkable? The establishment, they try to convince people that it is cool to follow these stupid rules. It never worked. I mean, just look at the person wearing a mask, standing next to a person who is not wearing the mask. Who do you consider to be cool? Yeah. And about the mask, now they have a new idea on how to make these people who wear masks look even more stupid. The nose mask, did you see this? Covering the nose. Very tight, you see? And these people look stupid, of course. And you know, the big question is, what about oxygen? You need oxygen, right? And the nose is a very important thing. So I don't get it. So this is now coming. I have a good story from Australia. Schoolboys from the Brower College. They were asked to start off very bad, this story. These schoolboys were asked to stand in a symbolic gesture of apology on behalf of their gender. Terrible stuff. Okay, they had a school assembly and they were discussing respect for women, and they were asked to apologize. And the parents, they got pissed off. Very pissed off. Here's one mother, Danielle. She said her son was feeling confused and upset. He said that they had to watch a video, and once they watched the video, they were all asked to stand in solidarity to apologize to the female gender on behalf of their gender. And this guy, this boy, he didn't understand this. And the mother says he now has this misconception that all boys are now looked at as predators. So the parents got pissed off, and the good news here is that the school had to apologize. They were forced to apologize, which is great. Now this is the apology. It comes from the principal Jane Boyle. In retrospect, while well-intended, we recognize that this part of the assembly was inappropriate. Right. Yeah, this is pissing me off. Yeah. Anyway, so here's the next thing. Joe Biden, he did a press conference finally after 64 days. And the good news here, this is probably one of the most embarrassing press conferences I've ever seen. Yeah. Well, it may be good for people who has a weak heart and they can't stand any excitement. It was so boring, right? It was like watching The Godfather speaking to his friends and everybody's scared. There were no tough questions whatsoever. It should be obvious to anybody watching this that this was pathetic. And it was strange, you see. Yeah, very strange. Is this a press conference? All these reporters bootlicking. That's what they were doing. No questions really. That was any tough. Yes. Yeah. You know, if I was there, I would never be invited, but I would probably ask about Joe Biden calling Putin a killer. That would be a good question to ask him. Nothing about this. And all these other subjects, nothing. No questions. Yeah. Well. Now the good news here about marches. Protest marches is coming more and more and more. It's great. Also here in Sweden, there is a big one planned on the 1st of May in Stockholm. And I hope in all, in many other cities. Yeah. It looks like it's going to be very big. People are fed up with this. Yeah. They don't want their freedoms to be restricted. No. They will fight for it. So this is brilliant. Now these people are the cool ones. Yeah. I don't know if you realize this. The establishment, they try to convince you that you were a bad person, right? Turns out that you're the good one. Yeah. You're fighting for the future of your people, for your own freedom and liberty. And this is cool, you see. Following the rules has always been lame. Always. And it will always be. Okay, I wish you a great weekend.